Hello everyone. Today we are gonna know about broadcast receiver. Android has 4 components on which the whole Android depends. The one is activity, the second one service, third one content provider, broadcast receiver, fourth one. And now I am gonna start a series of broadcast receiver. How to use broadcast receiver, why broadcast receiver is important while creating Android apps. What are broadcast receiver? Broadcast receiver are the events which occurs on Android. Like what is the flow of a broadcast? Look at this. The first one is between operating system of Android and my app or your app, anyone's app. So when let's suppose I enable the airplane mode, so it gives a message to the app that airplane mode is enabled. So that's a broadcast receiver that receives by broadcast receivers. We can also do it in between two apps, my app and your app. Your app send me a message, and when it receives to my app, it would receive by the broadcast receiver. Let's suppose maybe you have I am sure you have used a media player. When you enable a notification in the media player, and from notification you play the your video or audio, so it gives a message to the app that audio or video is played. You must have used media player, and that was a media player is an example of within the app. Like my app, I have enabled the notification, and my app notification send message to my app that change this or anything. And the one is from operating system, like enabling Bluetooth or restarting your device or anything. And the one you send a message, maybe you are using a WhatsApp, you send a message to the another app and it get received, that's you between the two apps. That's the flow of it. Okay, the broadcast receiver. Broadcast receivers can also be called by intent or message. And as we are using intents in Android app, so that's why maybe someone is calling you intent, someone is sending you a message. That's all is included in the broadcast receiver. Okay, and how many types are there of broadcast receiver? There are 4 types. The one is normal broadcast, the one is ordered broadcast, sticky broadcast, local broadcast. This sticky broadcast is deprecated, and they are not using it now, but I'm just giving you a name. And nowadays which are using, that's normal broadcast, the mostly used order broadcast, local broadcast, and I would explain all these in the upcoming videos, but now I am just giving you a hint that it has 4 types. Okay, and now to create a broadcast receiver, you should create 2 receiver. The one is static and one is dynamic. It both have different usage. Like let's suppose I am receiving something from the operating system, like enabling Bluetooth or enabling aeroplane mode or anything. That we use in mostly in the static. Mostly not every time we use it in the static receiver. And like dynamic receiver is that which we create in Java, which we register in Java or Kotlin code. Like my activity is started, now it should get registered, or my app, my activity is destroyed, so it should get unregistered in that. Okay, that we use on dynamic receiver, and to use static receiver it should be used in the manifest file. Okay, static receiver are used like this. Okay, look, register for an event in application manifest file. You should use it in an application tag. Here it is receiver, and here it is a given name of class that we have created, and in this one I am doing it for aeroplane mode. When it get enabled or disabled, we would get a message. And dynamic receiver, you should first register it, and then you should unregister it to when you don't want to get a message. So that, and at that time you would unregister it. Okay, mostly we register it in on resume and unregister it in on pass. And now if you forgot to unregister this one, it may throws leaked intent receiver error. Okay, and I would talk about this on upcoming videos, but now I'm just giving you a hint that it would give an error. Now we use implicit intent and explicit intent in the Android. So same like this, we use implicit and explicit broadcast receiver. Implicit are those broadcasts just like implicit intent, does not target a specific broadcast receiver, and instead of defines an action as I have defined it in this. I have given it action here. Look, so it's that was implicit intent. All the receiver with the same action receive broadcasts. Like let's suppose I do it in the manifest file, and whenever the aeroplane mode is created, so every action which is all the receivers with the same action of aeroplane mode, it would receive a message. Okay, and explicit broadcasts are those broadcasts just like explicit intent. It target a specific broadcast receiver, not all the receiver. Like let's suppose in the media player we use play and pause, so it is giving a specific broadcast receiver. So that was all, and if you got the idea, so please hit the like button, and also subscribe to this channel. If you have first time, please subscribe to this channel, and also click on the notification bell to get updates of the upcoming videos. Thank you. Hello everyone, today we are going to know about how to use static broadcast receiver. Static broadcast receiver are those receiver which we use in the manifest file, and they run ever when the app is running, but sometimes we need it, but sometimes we need to just activate it in the activity, means when the activity is running, so it would be running, and when the activity is destroyed, it would get destroyed. So let's do it without wasting our time. First, here create one Kotlin class, example broadcast, and here extend it with broadcast receiver. Okay, it is extended, and now it is giving an error, so click on this bell and implement this method. Okay, and here changes to the context, and this one to intent, and delete this. Now here register it, we would register it here. So here receiver name, and it is getting itself here. Oh, sorry. Here give one intent filter and give one action here, name boot completed, and here it is giving an error because we are using Android 12 API level 32, and whenever we are using it, we should set an exported true or a false. It is must. Okay, so we have set exported true, and here in this on receive, we should now here we should also give it one permission. Uses permission boot completed. Yeah, this one receive boot completed, and here in this example broadcast, if whenever the action would receive, so it would perform this action. Okay, intent dot action boot completed that equals intent dot action, and here just what is this equals. In Java we were using equal, but here you should use double equal, and here double quotes. Here now show toast here. Whenever it would get boot completed, so it would show this toast. First context, and here message boot completed. Here toast dot length short dot show. Now this is now whenever it would the boot would be completed, so it would show this toast. It was all that how to use static broadcast receiver. We use it for whenever our app is running, it would get running in the background or anywhere, but because it is not destroying with anything, and beside this we using dynamic receiver, and that is good because we unregister it, so it won't work. But this is also giving some leakage problem, because when other apps is performing this, because if any other app is performing this action, it would also send a message to that apps. So it's not a good way to send message to any other app without its permission or anything. So we should use dynamic receiver, but I was just giving you a way how to use it, the static receiver. If you got the idea how to use static receivers, so please hit the like button and also subscribe to this channel, and click on the notification bell to get updates of videos. Hello everyone, I hope you all will be fine. Now in this video I am gonna show you how to use dynamic broadcast receiver. In last video I have showed you implicit or static broadcast receiver, but in this video I am gonna show you about how to use dynamic or explicit broadcast receiver. The static broadcast receiver was causing some problems, and because it was the issues of background, and in this it is good because we can register it and unregister it anytime we want. That was we were using it in the manifest. I have also edit this, remove this, and now we would use it in the activity. So first of all, create one class. Let me do it, name it example broadcast. Okay, and you must extend it with the broadcast receiver, and you must implement the method of this, and that is one method on receive. Whatever we would perform action on receiving a broadcast receiver, so we will do all that here. Change it to context, and this one to intent. Okay, now first one, let me do it on the time changing. If intent dot action time tick. Whenever the time would change, it would perform the action which we are doing here, and equal it's Kotlin, so we are using this. If you are using Java, so dot equals you would use, and here intent dot question mark dot action. So whenever the time would change, it would perform the action. So let me show here a toast dot make text context here, and time updated here, comma toast dot length short, and here dot show. So whenever the time would update, it would show this. And in the static Android has let me show you, else if we are performing this by static dynamic broadcast receiver, so it would not work. Okay, here connectivity manager dot connectivity action, here equal intent question mark dot action. So it would show it if the action is changed. Here let me give a boolean. If the connection is on, so it would show another toast. If the connection is off, so it would show another text. Let me do it by boolean extra equal intent dot get boolean extra connectivity manager dot extra no activity, or here I am going to give a false. Now here if exclamation mark boolean extra, boolean extra, if this is connected, so look here, if you look at this extra no activity, if it is not connected, so and here I would give exclamation mark, so it would make it another part of this. So here let me show you a toast of make text contacts dot connected, okay, and here toast dot length short dot show, and in else part let me copy this. Here I would show disconnected. Okay, now to register this broadcast receiver, you first in the activity create an object of this. So it's a Kotlin. Let me create an object like example broadcast equal example broadcast. Object is created. Now first register receiver, here give a name of the broadcast, example broadcast, and the second part we would give filter. So intent filter equal intent filter. The first one I would give connectivity manager dot action connectivity action, and to add second one intent filter dot add action, and intent dot time action time tick. And now here give this intent filter here so it would register this. Okay, and it's giving error because we haven't make it private. Okay, now let me run this. It's running now. Now the connection is connected, so it shows connected. If I remove this, if I disable the Wi-Fi, look, it is showing disconnected, and again connected because now the mobile data is connected. And if this, look at this, it's 28, so when it is updated to 29, it will show here toast because the time is connection is added. Let me show you. Now if I remove it from a background, but it is not unregistered and it is running still, so if it still update the time, it would show a time updated toast. But if I make it unregister here, we have registered it in on create, so for that we would unregister it in on destroy. If we had registered it in on start, so after that we would unregister in on stop. And if we have registered it in the on resume, so we would unregister it in on pass. It is activity lifecycle. I would teach you in a video and I would show you here. Now in this I would do it in on destroy, unregister listener, and give it a name just here. In during unregister, we would just give a name, not intent filter, but in while registering we would also give intent filter and example broadcast name. Okay, now if I run, now I haven't destroyed activity, so if I change the status of connection, it would still show you connected. But if I destroy it from here, so it won't show it here. Let me show you. It is not showing because it is unregistered now. So that was all about dynamic receiver and dynamic broadcast receiver. And if you got an idea how to use it, so please hit the like button and also subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell to get update of the videos. Thank you. Hello everyone, today we are going to know about custom broadcast receiver, how to use it, and why we need it in Android development. So let's get started without wasting time. I have already discussed about explicit broadcast receiver, dynamic, static, and but now I'm giving you our view of custom broadcast receiver. For that you have to create two projects, one for receiver and one for sender. So I have created both, and first in this activity let me create one class with this, give it a name custom broadcast receiver. Okay, class, let's also exist custom broadcast. Okay, create this class and extend this with broadcast receiver. Broadcast receiver. Okay, and implement one method here. Change this to context and also this to intent, and remove this. Okay, now what you have to do is first create one action. give here a value which you want to access there. So for that you should give a package name, direction, or here dot example action, and now here with this equal and intent and question mark dot equal, it's here dot action. So if this action equal to this, so it would proceed this function. Okay, so here receive a toast here and show a toast here dot make text contacts broadcast received here, and one more thing, toast dot length short dot show. Now here also give receive action. So for that you should create one variable receive data. This is that data which you would receive from the second app, receive data, and here intent dot get string extra. Okay, and here you would give a name here through using which you would receive data. So also give here this one extra data. Okay, now through this you would receive and also show it in the toast. So receive data, remove this from that example is enough. Now concatenate it with the in Kotlin you should concatenate it in string. Okay, and this is done, and here in this activity first register the receiver. So here create the object of the class well CustomBroadCast CustomBroadCast here and equal CustomBroadCast. Okay, now this is created. So here register it. First create one intent filter through which you would receive data. Well intent filter equal intent filter, and here what you should give this name. Okay, extra action, and okay, now here register this receiver, give the name of the receiver CustomBroadCast, and here give the filter intent filter. Now make this private. Okay, now this is it, and we have registered it in onCreate, so we would unregister it in the onDestroy. I have show you it is all in dynamic broadcast receiver. If you haven't watched that video, please watch that video. So unregister receiver CustomBroadCast. So now this is done, the work of the receiver is done. Now let's go to another app, this one. Okay, here remove this. Here you have to do, first I should give it ID send broadcast. I have created this buttons to don't waste your time, and create one listener here, find you ID, and here give the type r.id dot send broadcast. Import this and here set on click listener. Okay, this is done. When we click on this button, the broadcast would send to another app, and also it would show in this app. So here first create one broadcast receiver in the same activity I have already created, so it won't waste your time. I already created it here. When you are going to access the UI of the activity, so you should create a broadcast receiver in the same activity. But if you don't, so you can create outside. Okay, this is done. And what we have done in another app, go there, and here we have done this. So I would also do it here. Look. And example action, okay, this is okay now, but remove. Here it would receive data, and it would also show, so don't show here. Here I should add the data to this text view. I remove, create object of a text view, and here also call this by find view by id r.id dot this text view. Okay, so change it to where. Now what you have to do is first and also add here two methods, on start and on stop. In these both we would register and unregister the receiver. Okay, now here when the button is clicked, send an intent, create one intent variable, intent equal intent, and here add that one which we have created there, that action what we have added there, this one. Okay, and now this is done. Now what intent dot send intent dot put extra, and here the name which through which you would receive that data, this one. Okay, and here give extra data. Let me write broadcast extra data. I would send this data to that app, and here what you have to do is send broadcast. Here send broadcast and intent. Now in this, what we would receive data, it should be assigned to the text view dot set data dot text. It's Kotlin, that's why we would do it like this, receive data, here put question. Now okay, what we would receive, it would assign to the text view. Now here register and unregister the receiver. Here register the receiver, what name, broadcast receiver, and we would also send data using intent filter. So I would do it like this, and where intent filter equal intent filter, here add this one, and here add this to intent filter, and here in this also unregister the receiver, register receiver. Okay, now this is done. So let me run the app, run these both app, first this one and also run this one. Now these both apps are run. So let me click on this button, send broadcast. Look, broadcast extra data, and also it is assigned to this one. In both apps are received the one was the toast was from this one, from this receiver app, and the text I have assigned, this is here. Okay, let me show a difference here from one thing. Here show one string, here string increment equal 1. Here do one thing, increment plus plus, and here add that increment. So when I run this one, now when I click on this send broadcast, now look, the data is also receiving in the second app, and when I click on this, this is incrementing, but the toast are showing the same. Again, look, this is incrementing. This is incrementing because I have incremented it here, but the toast is just showing it here. Okay, this was all about custom broadcast receiver. If you got the idea how to do it, please hit the like button and also subscribe to this channel, and also click on the bell icon to get regular updates. Thank you. Hello everyone, today we are gonna know about explicit intent. In the last video we have discussed custom broadcast receiver, but in this video we would discuss explicit broadcast receiver. What it will work, it will send a broadcast in the same app, and it would also send a broadcast to another app. It would use intent. It would use intent to also in the same app and to send data to another app. So for both actions we would use explicit broadcast receiver. How to do it? Let's get started. If you are new to this channel, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. First of all, create one intent broadcast in the same app. I have already created in the last two videos, as you have known. I have created this one and shown one toast here, sender app broadcast receiver. What I would also register it here first below this activity, and in this application tag here receiver, and it will directly that class. Okay, now it is done. First do one thing here in this activity. Let's create one intent as we are creating for the activities. So create well intent, and first passed this context, and secondly passed the class. So example broadcast dot class Java, and send broadcast intent. This is done. This is a class, and then register it in the receiver in the manifest file, and here create one intent and pass these two. First pick this context, and the second the class. I'm gonna run this app and at the last, but now what you have to do, I'm just going to show you the code, and this is done. Now what you have to do if you want to send to another app, so for that create another app, and the same create one class there in the second app, and here receiver app broadcast received, and do one thing, also register this one in the manifest receiver and example broadcast receiver, and also add this attribute to true, because you want to send from another app. You must make it true to receive the broadcast. We are sending it in the same app, so you are not this attribute, but if you want to send it to another app, you must add this one. Okay, another thing, this is done, the receiver app is done, and now what you have to do, copy this package name of the receiver app, and here in this send broadcast, delete this, it should be there. Do one thing here, add one tag, well component name equal to component name, and if I copy this from this and here and add this component to intent, intent dot set component and component name, this is done. It's Kotlin. Look, if I open this one component name, it is also first receiving package and the second one class. And if I also open this one, now open this and look at this, the same package context and class, so these both are same. If I want to send it to another app, I should do it from component name, using component name. Remove this from this one, and here for package, look here, it requires package to, so here double quotes and that pass the package name. Package name here, copy this and pass this package name here, and in this one here pass the class. So for passing the class, you look here, it requires class. So to pass the class, first paste the package name and put dot, and here copy the same name of the class here from this and do here, after this dot paste this. Now look, this is done. If this would be the package name and this is for class, so let me run this run this. Now here look at this, if I run this both app, look, both apps are running, and when I click on this send broadcast, look, receiver app broadcast received, which I have showed in the receiver app broadcast class. I have showed that toast, and it is showing if again receiver app broadcast received. It was all about the Android broadcast explicit broadcast receiver, and if you got the idea how to do it, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and also click the notification bell to receive regular updates. Thank you. Hello everyone, today we are going to know about ordered broadcast receiver, how to use it and why we need it to use it. So first of all, create in the receiver app, create 3 broadcasts. I have already created, so it won't waste your time. First one here, the second one, and the third one. How to create it? Just do here. Let me delete this one. This like Kotlin, this, and extend it with broadcast receiver. Broadcast receiver. Okay. Now implement one method here on receive. and change this to context and this one to intent. Delete this one. Now what you should do here, also send data from one app to another app in a broadcast, order broadcast. First of all, create here one variable, 4 variables, well result code equal result code, and second one result, and here well result data equal result data, and next well result extra equal get result extras and pass it true, so it would receive data from that. And next one well string extra equal result extras dot get string, pass here one string extra. Fine. Now here increment this result code plus change it to where string extra plus equal, this is order broadcast 1, so OBR1, and also change it to where. Now here show a toast, well toast data, well toast equal OBR1, this is first one, and secondly show result code, result code plus result code. Now result data equal result data plus, and here string extra plus string extra. This is done. Now show it in the toast dot make text context dot this toast and length toast dot make dot length long dot show. Now pass here result data equal OBR1, and also change it to where. Now here result extras dot put string, here pass one string first, pass one string here this one, and after this pass this string extra. Now here call the set result code, and here it needs first code, so result code result data, and here result extra. Fine, this is done. Now copy these all and paste this in this one, and change this to 2, also here now in 3, this 3 and 3, and also copy these all to this broadcast receiver send, and this I have created one broadcast receiver in the sender app, also copy it to this one and pass here sender receiver. Done. Okay, now the receivers work are finished. Now what you should do, register these all in the manifest and here in this first in the sender app, register this receiver dot sender receiver. Okay, now go to another app and also register these one. I have already registered the 1 and the 2, and I have also given it exported to true. 1 and 3 I have registered here, and the second one I would register in the main activity dynamically, and these two should be statically. I have put this one action here through this I would call it. Now come to this receiver activity, and here first create one intent filter, well filter, create filter, intent filter, and pass here that string which we have passed in this one, example action, com.example action. And now register this receiver. Register receiver, past first receiver, OrderedBroadCast Receiver, and then intent filter, and also unregister it and on destroy, unregister OrderedBroadCast Receiver. This is done. Now what do you have to do here to make the order of these all? First you should give it priority. So this one filter dot priority equal, let me give it 3, so it would show in the how high value is, that would show first. So let me give it second. Okay, and here in this manifest with this intent filter priority, let me give it 3, sorry, and this one 2 1. How the value is high, that would show first, and if the value is low, it would show at the last. So this is done. Now go to sender app, and in this manifest activity, in the main activity here, now first create one intent equal intent, and pass that value which we passed there, here this one, com.example action, and here to this intent pass a package of that app to which you want to pass the code dot package, set package, and here pass that value. How to get it? Go to this build.grid file, and here copy this one and paste it here. Okay, now register the receiver. Now to put extra with this, create a bundle here, well extras equal bundle, and with this extras dot put string, here what we would pass first string and the second one. In first one we would pass the string extra which we have put it here, the value main activity dot here this string extra through which we would get data, pass this one, and here pass start. Okay, now what you should do is here send the broadcast, send order broadcast. So you can do it even with the with this one intent, and receive permissions, you can pass permission null. You can do also send it with this one, but to send fully extras with it, so you should put extras. Now here also send it to the sender receiver, this one sender receiver, and here scheduler handler result receiver. Now here also pass null, and here passed one int value, let me pass 0, and here initial data, so let pass start, and with this bundle pass the extras, pass this extras. This is done. Now let me run these both apps. Now here look at this. When I send click on this send broadcast, first the third broadcast is receiving data, then second one, look, this is showing, and then the first one, and at the last send the receiver. And now here if I give priorities to this, let me change the priorities. For the first one was showing first because I've given here first, and the third one was showing first, and the second one was then showing because I have given here priority. So how the value is high, that would show first. And do one thing here in this second broadcast receiver, which is here. Do one thing here, abort this action. So when I click on this abort broadcast, and let me run this. Now when I click on this one, send broadcast, look, the third one is showing, then second one, and I aborted it here, so the first one would not show. Look, the first one hasn't shown, and the sender receiver is directly showing. And because in the second ordered broadcast receiver, I have given aborted the broadcast, so it is not showing the first one, which was the last one. Okay, and now you can change the priorities here through this here if you wanna change it. So it was all about OrderedBroadCast Receiver, and if you got the idea how to do it, so please hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel, and also click the bell icon to get regular updates. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to the broadcast receiver series. Today we are gonna know about permissions. Through permissions we can send and receive broadcast in the Android Studio. As we were sending this, so it's not enough to send your data, because anyone can get this. If he or she has this string, so he can get this. So for making sure that to not disturb other apps, and to increase your security, so you should use permissions for that. So to use permissions, you have to do here, let me give here in this broadcast where you are receiving, we have already done this all in the last video. If you haven't watched that, I will suggest first watch that. I'll suggest first watch that, and here come, then here everything is here. Now to add permission, you should add it here through permission tag, and you can do it with any you can add custom tag, custom permissions, or anyone's permissions. Like let me add here one permission by adding permission tag and name it com.example. It's my package name, this one, dot example permission. Okay, now you can also use it here using this one. Let me use it here, copy this and paste it here. Now this for this one permission, let me use any other permission, like here add Android and Android dot permission dot internet. Okay, now do one thing here. Now here these permissions are added. Through this permission we would receive the data. So now it's done, and also add this one a permission. To add a permission to this, so in this registering receiver here, comma, and here give look here, it is requiring permission here. So let me pass a permission of vibrate this permission here, and it requires a handler here. So let me pass just null here. For now let me pass null. Okay, and here this is done. Now through vibrate permission we would get look, it is this one, this permission. Through vibrate permission we would get this receiver, and now what we have done here, we have added 3 permissions to these 3 receivers. To this one we have given a custom permission here, like it is our package name. We have given it a custom permission, and we have given it here, it is there. This one is internet permission, and this one we have given it a custom permission here. So through these permissions we would get it in the sending app. So let's go to a sending app. We are sending the broadcast receiver, and this one what we will do here, look, this is the permission, receiver permission here, and we have passed null in the last activity. Now to get these permission let me run these both app. Now look here, when I click on this send broadcast, it is just sending the broadcast to this sender receiver which we have used here in the sender app, but it is not accessing the receiver app because we have used this intent, but it's not enough to access that. It is because we have used the permissions with it, and to get the permissions we must declare it in the sending app. So let me declare it here in this one. The first one is we have used internet permission. We uses permission internet, and second one vibrate uses permission vibrate, and third one here uses permission. We have used it customly, so we would use that here. Copy this permission and use it like this, like the same as other we have used. Now when I run it, let me run this app here. Now when I click on this, look, the receivers are showing here. Look, all the receivers are showing here. This one OBR1, and the last one sender receiver. Now what to do, but still when we are sending the order broadcast we have passed receiver permission null. So let me pass one permission here. Let me pass here permission manifest dot permission dot, let me pass wake log. Okay, I have passed here permission, this one. Now when I run this app here, let me run this. Now when I click on this, look, only sender receiver is getting here, but the others are not getting because we have not used this permission here in the receiver app. We have passed it here, but we have not used it in the receiver app. Let me use it in the receiver app here. When I use it, uses permission wake log. When I use it, and let me run this one now. Now the app is run, and when I click on this, look, these receiver app broadcasts are getting here. Look, OBR2 and OBR1, and at the last sender receiver. So it was because we have now passed it here, the wake log permission. We have passed it first in the sending application, send order receive broadcast it here. We have passed it here first, and at the last we have passed it in the receiver app. So that's why it is getting it here. It's also it can be also use it when I use send order broadcast. Look, we can also pass here a permission, and this one also send broadcast. You can also pass here a permission, and all these apps the permission are in all these sending broadcast, the permission is using. It was all about using permissions for broadcast receiver, and if you got the idea how to do it, so please hit the like button and also subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell to get regular updates. Thank you.